Okay, today we're going to solve quadratic equations the third and final way, which is to solve by graphing. So what we're going to do is we're going to graph the quadratic equations to solve them by finding x-intercepts. Solutions to the equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0 are the same as the intercepts of the graph of y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So to solve a quadratic graphically, we need to do the following. So you want to set the equation equal to 0, then rewrite it in this form. Then use your calculator to graph the quadratic polynomial. If there's no x-intercepts, that means there's no real solution, which means the discriminant was negative. If there's one x-intercept, that means there's one solution, which means the discriminant was 0. If there's two x-intercepts, that means the discriminant was positive. So for example, the equation x squared plus 3x plus 2 can be solved by first rewriting it as the equation y equals x squared plus 3x plus 2, then the graph using a calculator. So here I've graphed it on my calculator, and then I just want to find my intercepts. So my solutions are -2 and -1, which means that if I plugged in -2 and -1 into the equation, it should equal 0. So you could write it as a solution set, which is how they might have you doing it on your homework. Write the solution set. So you want to write the solution set as -1, -2. If they want an exact answer, you could verify it using factoring or for the quadratic formula. Solving by graphing is an estimate. So what we want to do here is we're going to type this into our calculator as y equals 2x squared minus 8. And then I'm going to the table to get some values to plug in. So I just went to my table and I went up to -4. Now I'm going to plot some points. So at -3 I had 10. At -2 that's 0. That's one of my answers. -1, -6, 0, -8, 2, -6, 4, and then I'm going to sketch my graph. So I can see here that I have solutions at -2, 0 and +2, 0. So those are my answers. Same thing here. I'm going to go to y equals, type in x squared minus 3x, get a table, and sketch my graph. Notice I'm just plotting the points that fit. It's possible that they don't all fit. For instance, 5 was 10. I didn't plot that, but I could have. Got my graph. Where are my zeros? Well, 0, 0, and 3, 0. Got to get it equal to 0. Type it in my calculator. Get my table of values. Now when I plot these, what we see is there is no x-intercept. So that means there's no solution. Get it equal to 0. Put it in your calculator. Get the table. Notice my table here, really big numbers. -32, -35, -36, -35, -32, -27, -20, -11, 8. 13. So when I go to graph this, I'm not going to have enough on just that side because since I have an x squared, I have 2 zeros, so I need to find them both. I have one of them at 8. When I go back to the other side, I've got my -4. So I want to make sure that I can see that on my window.